Greetings. Oh, well, gotta wait for me to show up. There we are. Greetings and salutations, my dear loyalists. Welcome in today. I'm sounding like Nicholas Nocturne for the 18th time. Why do I always do this? Anyways, so yeah, I'm a bit morning voiced right now, but it's fine. I hope you all are having a good day today, because I'm doing alright. We're gonna be playing Poco today, which is a it's a university project as far as I'm aware, for some students who are doing game design. Not 100% sure. I know I was like, oh, I'm gonna do spooky games, but I want to do a point and click adventure game because it's cute and I like it. So fuck you, that's how. But as we get things kind of started here, I do want to say we are going to be trying to do some more Halloween stuff probably next stream. Things have just been kind of crazy this week and I want to do something a little chill. I know Little Nightmares 3 just came out, and my wonderful girlfriend and her friend are playing it right now, which I'm very happy about to see. By the time this is out as a VOD, it probably will be months after that, but you know, it's fine. My friend is also asking me Warhammer questions, but I'm going to ignore him for now. So, without any further ado, we're going to play a cute little clown game, which, to help my sanity, I am going to kill the music for this stream. You'll see why here in a minute. It's, this game is unironically kind of fucking loud. But let me make sure the game is being caught. Yeah, the game's a little loud, and having both music playing at the same time would kind of drive me crazy. It's very big top circusy, so also there is a donate button. So if you buy it, the game is free, by the way, if you want to try it out. It is a completely free game, and it's fucking wonderful. I love it. But without any further ado, I'm going to let's start a new game. Oh, little guy. Oh, clown face. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. He's just a little guy. Oh my god. Okay. Was not expecting to be thrown into this quickly. Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to succeed at that. It's teaching them mechanics, I imagine. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Ugh. We are not clowning it to our best capabilities here, and this is my fault. It's gonna get fucked here in a second, isn't it? I don't like where this is heading. Oh, gee, yeah, oh, okay, I was just bad on that one, but I don't like how this is going. Uh-oh. No! Oh, that's freaky. My little guy! Not the trash heap. Oh. I see a buddy. A tiny axe just for your size. Right click it. Oh, okay. What's up, brother? Grip. Oh, what are you doing at my horde? Hey, go over this. What language is this even in? Oh, you fell from the circus? And you lived? Gosh, that must have hurt. Whew, well, that's relief. I thought you were trying to rob me. Becoming less friendly. My name's Griffin. This is the best collection you'll ever see in the global. If anyone tells you they have a better one, they're lying and you should do something about it. Terrible host, you want pink water collectible ballpark? Oh yeah, you want to leave. That makes sense. No problem. I haven't seen my keys in, well, I don't know how long. I lost track of time past the 100-day mark. But now there's two of us. Maybe we could search go a little faster. And if not, I have room for room. Is it worth it, like... Okay, but how do I use it? Am I being stupid? No. Hmm. Well, that was not a very useful hint. There's something back in this dirt can. No, just the axe. Okay, so I figured I could use the axe on this. Is there like a grip? Do I have to like grip and grab? Do I just click? I should have really read the thing it said. Am I just stupid? I think I might just be stupid. I'm trying to figure out, but I'm not very bright. I'm gonna be honest. I'm having a fucking moment. Oh, that was the thing. Okay. Well, I found my lost mole collection. Feels good. Ain't looking here. Nothing really. Actually, you have enough rations. Wait a minute. That's my app. Yes, that'll do nice in Canada. Oh! Why is his arm so big? I could probably get out. Go outside. This is really bright out there. Big and scary. Yeah, never mind. You can do what you want. I'm staying right here in the comfort of my horde. Thank you very much. You want to get back to that circus, right? Well, I think you might know a way. This rocket fell down a while back. Me and my siblings split the parts. They split the parts. Probably still have them somewhere out there, but I'm not leaving the spot. Please return them to me. Okay. That's a Raggedy Ann doll. Oh. Okay. Top little across. Down with the circus. Oh. Well, that's... Oh, up here. Worm. Sup? The circus is making house calls now? Dantville, give him that. Or these stomach pains. They take away my joy. I'm not in the mood to see any tricks. Run along, little clown. What are you? Oh. Oh. How am I gonna explain this to my wife? Oh, is that a Game Boy? That kind of goes far, not gonna lie. I want a big ass Game Boy as a TV. That'd be great. That's a bunch of dead ant heads. That's a guard mole? Okay. Let's head this way. Ah, okay. Not sure what the fuck that was about. Full. A fancy button. Okay, that door leads to nowhere. That's fine. So I have pile of worm doo-doo feces. Carrot. Hole. Button. Okay, mole dog does not want any of those things. It is okay. Let us head down this way. Lead bug, yeah. Lead bug. Carrot. Oof. No. No, it does not want any of these things. Oh, there's another way down. Oh, it's a snail. Carrot juice. Oh, this must be like above the carrots. Oh, it's a tongue's worth. Hey, no paparazzi, I'm retired. Scram. That's it. Okay. I don't know who you is, but okay. 8.0 battery. Probably shouldn't have taken that, but you know what, it's fine. What are you, goofy little person? Jazz. Oh, hey there, little dude. Come all this way from that circus? That's definitely a bind you guys stuff in. Lucky for you, you came to the right homunculus for the job. Okay. Name's Jazz, musician, inventor extraordinaire. I can get you that rocket part. I'll even help you build it if you need help assembling it. Only I'm dealing with a bit of a situation on my own right now. This machine cool, right? Part of the radio network for delivering all the raddest tunes to the below world. Trying, please. The broadcast system broke down a while back, and I haven't been able to find any spare parts. Not that there's much to show right now. Number one, pop group broke up ages ago, and I think everyone's getting tired of hearing their greatest hits. Major bummer. Anyway, I'm stuck trying to fix this mess for the stable future, so there's no room for anything else in my schedule. I mean, hey, if you want to help, go for it. I know there's some spare parts. There's a recorder lying around somewhere, but it's not exactly this organized background. Want me to find new music, or even better, get the old band back together? That'd be pretty cool. Another old drummer has been camped down the road for a while now. Just tell him I sent you. I'll try to get the rock parts for you and have spare men. Okay. Okay. Actually, let me head down this way. Boat. Yellow moss. A clump of moist yellow moss. Poco's a little weird little world, and I like it already. This is the kind of vibe I fuck with. Nothing I can do with that just yet. What does it do? Oh shit, okay. BioShock has prepared me for this. Okay, I need to... Okay. That leads down here. Goes under, above. Trying to think of how to do this. I'm normally good at these type of tile puzzles, but ooh. This one's getting me a little bit. Okay, so this is below. So that's a dead end already. Here, this is a dead end. It's gotta be... It's gotta be this loop somehow. That goes there. There's probably a really obvious solution and I'm just fucking missing it, I'm gonna be honest. Because, like, this looks like it makes sense, but then it dead ends, like, right here. Unless it doesn't, I'm just fucking stupid. Wow. I can't believe it took me that long to realize I was the puzzle. I'm so smart. Oh, what's up, little guy? Nari. Oh, you're new. I'm Nari. Poco, that's a thing. I don't know much about the circus, but you could look around here if you want. Maybe you'll find something helpful. Pile of yellow pigment. Okay. Cool. Okay. Bird. That was ominous. I didn't actually think that rats... Okay, so I'm looking for, like, rat skulls, I guess. Fuck. Oh, is there nothing in here? Guess there's nothing in there, it's just... I can jump into it. Okay. Okay. Can I grind up the feather? No. Okay. Yeah, no, that was gonna work. I don't even know why I tried. Okay. So I can get to work on that at some point. Let's go down this way. Boat. Never mind, no boat. I do think the music kind of fucked up. Not sure what those rat skulls are for, and it's starting to give me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, this game's a little darker than I thought it was going to be. Jesus. Oh, let's go this way. Okay, those are ribs. That's a button. That's a coin. Yeah, those are ribs. What the fuck? Yellow, blue, purple. Or... Old jet. Incorrect again, perhaps I... Yeah. Look at what you've done. You splashed paint all over my canvas. Oh well, it was about painting anyways. I'm going to save me the effort from destroying it myself. Now what do you need? I don't know, I feel like he's ostensibly French. You need a rocket piece? No, I must simply refuse. You see, I stand in the presence of the great objet. Well, soon to be great. I need to finish my painting, my masterpiece. And the worlds above will recognize my talent. To work upon the essential of my piece, the removal would throw off the balance of the entire painting. The breakthrough, alas, with so much time on these ugly features, I have nearly run out of paint. But I can do my masterwork, and none of these expend. On my rocket, you'll find me some more red, green, and blue paint. Now away with you. I must focus. Oh, it's a shortcut. Nice. No, it's not up here. Move, my clown. Potato battery. Oh, good thing I grabbed that. What I did. What's this? It's simply a hearty dish made with everyday ingredients you probably have in your fridge. Carrot, fish, beetle milk. Sauteed fish and carrots in beetle milk and enjoy over. Author and publisher is not responsible for any parasitic viral encouraged from consuming undercooked. Oh, look at you. You just look delicious. Whoops, sorry about that. I just get hungry these days. I haven't had a meal in at least 2 hours. My bad. The rocket part. Yeah, I think I want it somewhere, but I'm so hungry I can't remember. Oh, you want to help? Well, I'm trying to make this fancy recipe over here, but it's complicated and I run out of steam before I can even get started. Food looks so good. Maybe make that and most definitely remember where that rocket piece is. So carrot, fish, beetle milk. Well, I got the carrot. I need the fish and the beetle milk. I know where the beetle is. That's... a dead clown. Why is there a dead clown? Oh yeah, that's just straight up a dead clown. That's freaky. He's still got meat on his bones too. What the hell? Unsuspecting maggot. I like how it's fucking screamed. That was a little funny. Bone key. Huh? Oh, it's a little shortcut. Okay, cool. That works. I like how there's already a bunch of shortcuts already that I can, like, get. I'll get that flower here soon. We're going back up this way. What's this way? Gulch. Nothing to help with yet. I gotta wait. Wait. I want to get that hammer, but I don't think I can do that. Magenta flower. Magenta powder.
Yep.
Move your little tiny legs. Move your tiny legs, Poco. We have work to do. Okay, well. Oh, I didn't even see that there. Actually, let me look at this. The scientist? Oh, there's... Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, interesting. Oh, is it for this, I wonder? It might be for that. Alright, what do we have on us currently? Will the... Oh, you know what? The mole probably wants to grub. If not, let's see if we can give it to the cow. No, it's the mole. The mole wants to grub. No? Why wouldn't the mole want the grub? Oh. Bullshit. The worm any different, or is he just still chilling there? Oh. Oh, he died? Oh. Whoa. Maybe balloon animaling him wasn't the best idea. Rip, Jet, Gulch, Nari, Jazz. Okay, so where haven't I? Okay, so I'm trying to think of like what about that horn? What about that dung beetle? I haven't really talked to him. Is he just gonna say the same shit probably? Oh, Jazz sent you? Let me guess. They want me to get the band back together. This isn't even about totally against the idea, but I have no idea where the rest of them are anymore. I don't have my symbols ever since that two-faced weevils installed. In fact, I don't think about doing a set unless back them. Chase, we need to reach the guy. Careful. Stuff made him act crazy. I've always been doing since the breakup. Oh, he's the... Oh my god, they're the fucking beetles. Okay. We're at that level of fun here. Why am I doing this? I have a shortcut. Move your tiny self, Poco. Run! Run, my child. Alright, set up here. Alright. So across this, we're gonna use roll. Whoa. I'm really bad at this type of game, so oh boy. Because my mouse isn't built for this. Oh god. Or better yet, my wrist isn't built for this. Oh. Okay. Ooh, card key. That's an eagle. Pills. This is a little weird. This world is a little weird, and I like it. I made a whole trek out here. You must be one of the dedicated fans here. Let me sign something for you. Getting the band back together. Oh no, I possibly couldn't. I mean, look at my wall, my beautiful collection. It's everything. I almost have every button I need to mount on this wall, but tapestry. The music stuff I was doing before. I can't stop now. My collection's almost complete. You can find me the last 3 buttons. It'll be a different story. It doesn't look like you have me. You've already gotten all the buttons. Yes, my collection's complete, so lame. I gave up years of my life for this? Oh no, I gotta go back to apologize to people. I gotta go return these symbols. One second, I thought maybe you should do that. I don't know, I just want to get yelled at. Can you give these back to Dogsworth? We have to wait for a stage reunion tour. Anything on here that's cool that I should probably like look at or touch? No. Okay. Weirdo in his buttons. Shit. In reverse. Yeah, that's gonna do me in a little bit. Run, my little Poco. Run, my child. No way, you actually got them? Never thought the day would come. Well, there's the deal. Up until Jazz Band's back on. And thanks, I guess. Let's see who's the stage. Wheelton too. We'll have some talking to do. Sorry, man, I haven't found the rocket bar yet. Any luck with getting the band back together? That's about band. The group used to be an absolute killer, dude. 4 musicians in the height of their craft working together, thinking the below world, the hottest tunes around. We were on our way to becoming a real music destination, then they fell apart. No idea why, probably some drama. Try convincing the drummer to get back on, but he won't listen to me. The lost steps. Order. Simple fix. I haven't done it yet. I need a little gear to make things work again. Let's see. Some Nary scar, 1 and 2 inventions made, probably broken again. There's a reflector up on the hill. Okay, I've already done. How's spell chat? Siblings. Me and my siblings were tight. Haven't spoken in a few months, maybe years for some. Gotten Polymer can't place. Anyways, want to talk about something else? Ask about that. Oh, me? I'm a master of all trades. Musician, inventor, radio host. Don't believe how often things break around here. Maybe you would, who knows? Used to make pallets of the lakes to get some peace, but now. Oh! Spoon. The expert at the oboe, but I dabble in other woodwinds and do some moonlight as a DJ. Tactical horn. You play the horn, right? Jam session sometimes. I have a spoon to paddle with. We're so rocking. Let us go, Poco. The fishman requires us. What the fuck are you? The bell, come closer. Yes, I can get a closer look at you. Actually, you are certainly not one of the miserable homunculi. No matter. A creature disturbed. Perhaps I can shoot you. See, I have a problem. This horrible creature's been vexing my shop. Refuses to be caught. Refuses to give in. For now, even below us, its laugh can be taunting. So now I need you to catch the vile thing. I can lay your fishing pole. Feeling a bit of pain. It's a joy of stuffing out another life. And get to sleep knowing a night in peace is dead. Is that like a deal? Good, good. Looks like you have some succulent bait right there. Perfect. Are you ready? Yes, go. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. There we go. I'm so good at the game. Fishing games are my fucking best. Oh, yes. Now float. Get this thing out of my sight. Okay. Time to leave. Talk to the bandmates. We've left to apologize to me. And somehow found the heart to free him. I guess I missed my best friend too much. Actually kind of excited to get back on stage. We need Skullsby and John. We'll have the whole band back together. He's heading west. Probably try looking there. May not be the brightest spot, but I don't think we're up before yet. Long go without me. Headed west. I might even crush up. Oh, it says jazz on it. Neat. Okay, well that's nothing I can crush. Let's see what we can do. He painted the Mona Lisa. He painted the Mona Lisa. Okay. Anything up here that could look of interest? No. So I'm here. I guess let's go to Gulch, but I still need that beetle milk, which is over here, but I don't have anything to feed the beetle as far as I'm aware. There? Isn't that the monster leg? Oh, it's the feather. Oh! No, I have a key. A little old metal key. I don't know how that's going to be helpful. Oh, wait. Right, I can go help him unlock unlock the thingy-bobble. I'm so smart. I know what I'm talking about. I'm so smart. Go. There's some weird shit in here. And bone key? Bone key. Oh, here, please, you have to leave me out here. This guy's crazy. I've been stuck in here for ages. I locked some kind of weird code. I can't figure it out. Please help me. That code has to be around here somewhere. 944. I'm gonna need to walk. Where did he go? I don't like that. I don't know where he went. I don't like that. That's a little unnerving, I'm gonna be real. Okay. let's go back and look at the number thing. Oh, he's here now. Hi, Grip. Hey, you. Don't look at me like that. I know I don't look weird on my show. Okay, good. Just want to see how the rocket was doing. Can't help but build anything, but moral support is good, I think. It's like from my key. By the way, you didn't touch anything while you're in my vault, did you? Oh. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't touched it. I haven't touched anything. Alright, what's this say? So it was 944, so it did. I am going to do the smart boy thing. I'm gonna just have that on my other monitor. Because I'm not going to remember that shit. I got it. And now for the trek all the way back. I probably should have taken a screenshot earlier when I saw it, but I didn't. So shit, I guess. I gotta do something with that cow. Why are you like this? Oh my god, it wasn't aggro for once. What the fuck? Sweetie, I love you, but I'm gonna fucking get you. Holy shit. Did you find the code? Yes, it is. 9 4 4. What? That was the code. What? Yeah, 944. Yeah, that is the code. Unless it's backwards? I wouldn't need to change that one, actually. That one will stay the same. No. Yeah, it is 944. It just was being weird. There we go. Refresh our second. Okay. Freaky little guy. Also, I hope you're streaming well, sweetie. Everybody rated you, Leo, and Wyvern all rated into chaos, which is fucking crazy. No rest. Chaos got all that shit on him. I was going to raid. Okay. I mean, hey, it's fine, Leo. Everybody rated into chaos. I'm not gonna complain. Buddy needs it. I'm fine. I'm gonna sit here and play my little clown game. I saw Z rated chaos, so I thought I should. You're fine. Don't worry about it. But welcome in, you two. I'm playing Poco. It's a story about a little clown guy who got knocked out of a circus. And now he's got to build a rocket to get back up. I imagine there's going to be more. But that's all we got so far. We got a little unicycle and horn and stuff. Oh! Oh. That was the whole salute. That was the solution the whole time. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go get dinner. Yeah, go get dinner. You deserve it. You need it. Okay, let's... Grills off, you'll need something flammable. Oh. What do I need exactly? Let me reread this. Saute the fish and carrots in beetle milk over an open flame till cooked. Okay. Go. Okay, it's getting a little hard to saute here. This shit's moving like every 10 seconds. Or every like quarter second, honestly. Ooh. Ooh. Got it. Oh, that smells great. Get over here. Stand back. It's gonna get messy. That was delicious. Must be bestest chef the whole wide below. Now, time for... Oh, wait. Rocket part. Hand over. I have to get to crush you. Here's a big thing of heavy. You're so small. I'm taking it up for you. I've decided. Come by the launch pad later and I'll straighten it up. Okay. I need that last pigment, but I don't know what the last pigment is. Buy silver pipe. Bye, giant skeleton guy. Oh wait, no, it's over here, is what it is. I need to change the sunlight. I need to change the light focus. I cannot change the light focus. Oh wait, machete hack binds. Yes. Big brain moment. Big fucking brain. I'm so fucking smart. I'm such the big fucking smart. First part, baby. First part. I'm heading the wrong fucking way. Wait, no, I am heading the right way. Never mind. There's a fucking shortcut over here. What am I doing? My little bell going off. I fucking love it. Hey, Nari. Hi, Nari. This stupid fucking thing. Machete. Oh! Berry. There's my blue. Or cyan berries, never mind. I'm gonna go crush up some cyan berries. There we go. Let's go put in the pigment machine. I'm gonna make him paint. I just realized that's not a domino set. That's a cute detail. Blue. Green. Blue. Red. Pretty sure that's all three combos. Yeah, it is. Wait. Just in case. Oh, I can only do two at a time. Never mind. I was gonna do black, but never mind. Move, your little butt, Poco. We got things to do. We gotta get back to the circus. Come on, little guy. We gotta move. Move. Move your little butt. Object. Watch a masterpiece. Yes, perfect. A masterpiece. This will launch me into stardom, and if it doesn't, well, I suppose it should be a good experience. Not that I've always had good experience with painting. Anyways, my life is nervous, is it not? I'll bring a rocket piece to the launch pad myself, as closure. I'll never see you paint that dreadful thing again, as long as I live. Okay. Okay, so now what? So... the four of them are there. We still need to figure out what to do with Jazz. I said one of the guys was out west, but I don't know how true that. Oh, hi, Nari. You know, Jeff, catching up over here. Seems like he got really into his last painting. I can respect the passion, but he needs to apologize for locking me out. Want to join our conversation? Me and I catch up with a few months of gossip now. I realize I've been maybe neglecting our relation. I will. Plenty of time to rectify that. Perhaps she could post my next painting. Yes, an idea. And I wouldn't need to pay for a model. Genius strikes again. I set up your rocket piece. Now we're just gonna wait for the rest of it. You think my clothes are there, Rebel? Actually, I'm gonna test it myself. Hey, don't look at me like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, kind of stuck it out. So I've gotten 3 out of 4. Let's see. I need to talk. Got 3 of us. Last guy, John. He could be a little elusive. He gave me the cryptic instructions how to reach him in tunnels. Apparently some crazy protective pet guarding his place. Much if you can bring it a treat. Luckily, I've got one on hand. Oh no, you need food for his pet, or else he'll tell you to pieces or something. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to that much when you were playing it. Anyways, here's favorite food if you want to try it. Got raw bug steak. Don't listen to these guys. I know what you're talking about. Our missing Bambies has a sweet old pet apparently, but it'll only let you pass if you bring it a pass bar to calm it down.
Oh, it's 3 heads, so all 3 do a different thing. I see. 3-headed mole moment. Whoever did the sound design for this game, honestly, good shit. I'm proud of that. That's some really good sound design. I'm fucking with the track. Now it changes up a little bit every once in a while. There you go. Just gotta scooch over. Oh! That's inconvenient. To my bandmates, I miss you dearly. I've all missed you dearly. I don't know where you've gone, but I've given you all you need to find. Hope they'll hear you knock at a cave door and we'll meet again. Oh. Damn. Not what I was expecting. I guess he died because he couldn't move his mole. That's, unfortunate. I guess I kind of gotta blast my horn. Means I better get ready for horning. For horn. Did you find John? Oh. We really just want to waste so much time fighting over nothing. Poor gosh. What? He's dead? How? Why? Oh, I should visit him. I was just so distracted. I think we all had the keys with us the whole time. Only way to come together sooner. And you, little clown, you were the one who wanted to pay us to visit him. Alone, you got us back together. It's called performance, but John would have wanted, I think. All of us together, singing his honor. I think we'll need a 4th. Could you fill in? Sure. Good. Tell Jazz we're ready to perform. Me and the boy. How's it going with the band? What? John's dead? Oh man, that's totally devastating. Last time they saw each other must have been a while. Well, they went for good. What, they want to play a song in his honor? Oh, with you? That's a great idea. I'll begin the song, but the record player's a mess. There's still no power and I'm missing a part. Both machines, Beam and I can't work miracles. Where? Oh, back at the gondola? Did I miss something while I was up? Did I miss something while I was at the gondola? Or do I just need the yoinked potato battery again? I think I just need the yoinked potato battery again. Oh, there's me yoink the potato. Okay, I can yoink the potato battery again. And there's the gear. Hell yeah. I completely spaced on the fucking gondola area. Alright. Potato. Gear. We're so good. Okay, let's do this. Rock on. What the? Poco is just fucking showing up. I'm never gonna do this song. fucking John! I'm sorry, but John's dead ghost just floating in the background. I've spent time apart. Now that I'll get reconnected, I should really go find my siblings. It shouldn't take one of us dying to get us back together. Thanks for all your help. You really put us extra mile on this one. Found your rock apart in those junk piles for the performance. I'll set aside for you later. At least it's all I can do after helping. Let me go talk with the boys. We've been doing this forever. What life is about. Poor John. Wish I could see him one more last time. Live life enough for both of us. You know, this is life, little clown. Not gonna waste it. That was cathartic. Hope you liked it, old friend. Aw, man. Music is a great thing. Can't believe I ever stopped this. Too bad it took us this to get back. You know, I think we can make this work as a trio. Take some effort, but I'd rather not go back to collecting buttons. Feel me? Yeah, I don't know why you were collecting buttons in the first place, but yeah, sure. But... let me just jaunt over here. Let me go check up on the worms real quick before I do the rocket. Why are they blue? They're purple. Because I feel bad and I want to make sure I can... oh! Oh, honey, what happened to you? Stay back to this crime scene. I've been clowns. Let's be a lesson for dealing with the that circus gets you. Poor man tried to live his life, then bam, gets typed into a balloon. His family will never be the same. And who will hold responsible to circus the sky? They'll never care about what happens. Working folks down here. Ah, damn right. Okay, so yeah, we did kill that worm. Shit. Now I feel bad. Welcome to the little party, dude. First getting started over here. For a moment, I feared the worst. We're all here thriving, so hopefully we can keep doing it. Certainly put more effect on my end. That's how you go so soon? But we'll know you do great things. So does Circus Elitist, what real music sounds like. Alright, let's see. Oh? Oh, he's a little sad guy. If this rocket even actually works, which it seems like it is. Oh. I gotta go with my friends. I gotta go with my little buds, because the circus fucking sucks. Oh, the Band-Aid parachute goes hard. The homuncula, buddy. Get the good ending. Okay, so that was the good ending. Okay. I like the clown music. What are the achievements I didn't get? 4 hidden achievements. Okay. So I think I'm going to do this to get the other ending, the bad ending, and also try to get all the photographed parts. And apparently I need to honk the dead clown's nose 100 times. But no, everybody who worked on this game did fucking phenomenal. It was actually so good. This was a cute game. I liked it. It's very short, but I liked it a lot. Oh, it's got some kickbacks. It's got some kickback starters. Kickstarter backers. I can speak words. That was me slurping my fucking tea. My bad, Chief. Oh, the rat skulls were the blessings of the 9. I see. So there are 9 rats. Alright, I can just hit continue game. Oh, it left me off here. Okay, cool. So I just go yoink it. I'll need to play the whole game over again. It just stops me off at the rock. So there's a rat skull there. Alright. Okay. I'm looking at a guide real quick. Excuse me as I do this very quickly. Got that. Oh, there's a rat skull over by the Game Boy. I think I might have gotten it. I may have gotten that one. Move, cow. Okay, I already got that one. All right. Oh, there's a rat skull by the cookbook. We're doing 100% completion on this game, because why the fuck not? Once we get 100% completion, I will do the bad ending. This sucks. I want to be cool with my little clown buddies. My little homunculi buds. Okay, I didn't realize that was one there, actually. I was just clicking on the ground. Well, that solves my issue faster. This is my life for the next, like, minute and a half, 5 minutes. I hope you all are enjoying this. This is great content. This is a great stream moment. Okay. Dead clown moment. Okay, one of the other 9. Okay. Did I get the photo fragment? Oh. I don't remember what I got and where I got it. Yes, I already got the one. Oh, there's one over here. Fuck, I gotta do the fucking unicycle. Fuck me. That's the one I don't like. I don't like this part of the game no more. Alright, so next up should be the Berry Garden. I don't think I got the one in the Blueberry Garden. This one. So let's head this way. Also, like, I can tell he was sculpting out of ribs. I just realized that. That's kind of neat. Oh. 9 dead rats. The blessing of the 9. What the fuck did that mean? Aww. What the fuck? Oh, I just need to click on that to reassemble it. Oh, it's him putting together the homunculus. Eyeballs, tongue, little hand. Oh, okay. That's neat. That's actually really neat. I like that. I like that a lot. That's... Alright, let's head back to the rock and get the bad ending. Maybe I should have started off with the bad ending and then go to the good ending. But, you know... Fuck it, we ball, I suppose. We'll do the good ending one more time just to make it feel good. I knew the little guy didn't want to leave. His buds are too cool. He liked making the people happy, minus killing that one worm. But you know, that's a personal problem. Yeah. My bad. Let's go. Also, not gonna lie, the big top looks like it's made of, like, the clown body. Okay, he's determined to get back to the big top. But is the big top gonna let him in? Yeah. Oh! It just fucking killed him! What the fuck? What the fuck? The achievement's called RIP. What the fuck? It just killed the little guy. No. Okay, I already saw these credits. We're gonna try and skip these. I cannot skip these. A bike voice actors. I just saw that fucking bike horn. That's fucking great. Oh no, Poco. Look, we all know the good ending is him staying with his friends. He's okay. He's hanging out with the homunculi. Everything is fine. I'm sure of it. He's okay. And I did think the game would be longer because I did see reviews for like 3-ish hours. But due to it being so short, let me see if we can find another game to play. Let me see if I can find something to play real quick. What games do I want or need to play that I think are going to be cool little horror games? I do need to play Submerged too, but that's a big boy game, so I'll spend some time on that later because I need to play the first one again to complete it 100%. Trepang would be cool, but that's a 30 gig game. That's going to take forever. Same with Thamisia. I don't want to trip myself out and play Post-Boy because that's going to hit my brain. Let's switch over to the screen real quick. That was such a good game, though. He's such a little guy. I fucking love him. He's such a little fucking guy. I do need to play Mortal Shell 1 because Mortal Shell 2 is coming out. I'm not sure what this game is, but I'll look at it. I have no idea what this game is, honestly. What is this game? Yeah. Oh, it's behind the Dedalov Pass. It's about the Dedalov Pass? Oh. Why is it mixed reviews, though? That scares me. Okay, where's the negative review? Walking sim, no real danger. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. I'd be okay with that in most. Do I know what this game is? Oh, yeah. This is the game that's kind of like Inside. I could play Greece. Because I know that'd be kind of cool to play. Let me look at the reviews real quick. Not because I want to see the reviews about the game, but I want to see how long it is. 5 to 8 hours. I might say that for a full-time stream. Androcosis, put yourself together. I can't really play because that's a multiplayer game. Any other people play that with me? I need to play Crashlands and Crashlands 2. I might do that next year, honestly. That'd be fun. I'm trying to figure out what games I want to play. I could play Amnesia. I've got Rebirth, Dark Descent, and Machine for Pigs, which I'm not really too excited about Machine for Pigs, to be honest. That one's kind of sucks. I joked the Wallace and Gromit games, but that's for a different day. What game could I play? I wanted to play, like I said, I wanted to play Alice, but I tried playing it and it just didn't want to work. I did try some after, and it just was not jiving. I wouldn't really call it games. I mean, we're not really playing horror games or anything like that. We're just playing goofy, funny games. Right, I have Bramble the Mountain King. Why is that not in my need to playlist? That game is fucking goated. Coffee Talk. Maybe. Maybe Coffee Talk, actually. That might be kind of fun. You know what? I have no idea what this game is actually about. Is this like a walking sim or something like that? You know what? We're going to try this out. So excuse me as I install a game, so stream's about to get laggy, but we're about to play Dagon. Not Dagon, but Dagon, the god. Let's go install Poco real quick. My little poor Poco. Okay, once this is done installing, we will play. Which is probably going to see a dip in my stream power, but you know, it's fine. This game is apparently about Lovecraft. Which I am so fucking with. Okay. Alright, let's get this started. Let me make sure I swap over my stream and things like that real quick, and we will get to working on it. Okay. We are officially swapped over. It might take a second. Alright, there we are. So let's explain. Let me get Dagon started up. Defeat VR mode. No, just regular. I don't have a VR headset. I don't plan on using VR. There we go. I was worried the game wasn't going to capture there for a second. Ooh. DLC. Do I have the DLC for this game? I have no idea. I have the Eldritch Box. I don't have Little Glass Bottle or Railway Horror. Okay. I'm gonna do myself a favor. I did just get paid. So I'm just gonna buy Little Glass Bottle and the Railway of Horror. You know what, actually, let me just buy the bundle. Okay. H.P. Lovecraft bedtime stories. So let me restart the game real quick to make sure my DLC credits itself. Yep, there it is. It's updating. Okay. So I guess we'll play every part of Dagon. Or try to. Because I don't plan on playing in VR. I don't have a VR headset. It's just not my thing. I also think VR also makes me incredibly sick most of the time when I use it. Okay. So I'm assuming we can just start the DLCs whenever we beat the main game, so that's fine. Alright, let's get started. Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficulty choices, action sequences, or inventory management here. The movement is limited for progressing through locations along with the plot.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Okay. During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue the story, others reveal interesting facts about the original short story. It has historical background and about the author. Okay. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eyes and look for them for the Elder sign.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below. Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Morphine. Morphine entered its use into the 19th century. Okay, so there are achievements. Routinely entered as and was routinely administered to treat severe pain during the American Civil War in 1861 to 1865 and the World War I, 1914, 1918. It was sold without restrictions until 1914. Morphine became popular after the invention of the hypodermic syringe, I can't fucking speak, around 1954. Friedrich Sinter, that's some fuck-ass German name that I can't speak, who was the first isolate summit, originally named it Morphinium, after Morpheus, the Greek god associated with dreams. At the time when Dagon was published, morphine abuse, known as soldier's disease, was already posed as a big problem in the United States. You can discover trivia in the menu. Go back and read them later in the main menu. Turn off display. Trivia if you... Okay. Alright.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Oh. Oh. Oh! Lovecraft and the Great War. Dagon was written around a month after the United States entered World War I. Lovecraft, actively interested in his course, composed many poems in which he encouraged to soldiers and comment on the events unfolding in Europe. He tried to enlist in the army, which he makes mention in one of his letters to Reinhard Kienler. Some time ago, impressed by my entire usefulness to the world, I resolved to attempt enlistment despite my almost invalid condition. I argued that I should be true to his regiment, so that soon depart for France. My sheer nervous force, which was not inconsiderable, might sustain me until a bullet or a piece of shrapnel could more conclusively effectively depose me. Letters of Reinhard Kienler, H.P. Lovecraft. Although he passed the physical exam, his mother prevented him from going to war. She has threatened to go to any lengths, legal or otherwise, if I do not reveal all the ills of which are unfit for the army. I am Providence, the life and age times of H.P. Lovecraft. For those of you who don't know, I actually have a copy of H.P. Lovecraft's Necronomicon in my car. I keep it there when I'm bored.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation. So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Oh, I went forward.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time.
I missed the German flag.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight. The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land. But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue. The change happened whilst I slept.
Oh?
Its details I shall never know, for my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
This is cool visuals. I like this.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away. Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished. For there was in the air, and in the rotting soil, a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core. The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish, and of other, less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain. Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing, and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet. As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths. So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might. Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
The mystery of volcanic islands. Volcanic eruptions sometimes result in the creation of islands. Most of them are transient and erode after some time, but some prove permanent. Floating pumice, porous rock created when superheated pressure rocks are ejected from volcanoes, can move across long distances, transport barnacles and macroalgae that cling to it. In 2001, rafts of pumice were created during the eruption volcano near Tatonga, Polynesia, and eventually reached Australia. Fish.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue. On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease. The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Okay.
All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Those are not sea creatures I know. Oh, not the whale.
That night, I encamped,
Oh, the fuck?
and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
There's some off shit.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance. An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface.
Okay.
Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill. I know not why my dreams were so wild that night. But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain, I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more.
Where's the map?
Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day. Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy. Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Contrary to popular opinion, Lovecraft was not ever frowning, eccentric, grumpy loner. He considered himself a person who appreciated humor. Moreover, he would often meet his friends in his apartment or various cafes in Brooklyn and Manhattan. Sometimes his social life was so intensive, his work would suffer for months. There was a point when he finally decided he needed to put an end to his daily meetings and loitering in New York cafeterias and resorted to hiding at home and reading with the main room light turned off, saying he wasn't there whenever a friend knocked at the door. So he would have another method of deterring guests, who involved greeting them in a bathrobe with an unmade bed visible in the background and a pile of paper scattered across the floor. That is kind of smart, to be honest.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon, whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night. Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost.
Milton, really?
And of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined. Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent, whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
Oh, don't. Okay. Hit crawling time.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath, gazing into the Stygian deeps where no light had yet penetrated. All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
That's a monolith.
An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon. That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself. But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express. For despite its enormous magnitude, and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith, whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
Ah, yes, approach the freaky stone.
The moon, now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm, and revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope. Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith, on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures. The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books, consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like.
Sure.
Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world, but whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain. It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
Storytelling methods. Dagon contains many themes of storytelling methods that Lovecraft developed his later works, such as telling a story through carvings, Mounds of Madness, Nameless City, journals and character notes, Shadow of Time, The Hunters of the Dark, islands emerging from the ocean, called Cthulhu, or fictional beings and entities that are based on real events and mythologies. Mingo in the Whisper of Darkness. There's also considered the origin of popular Cthulhu mythos. There are some Lovecraft's other stories that include in a manner similar to Dagon, but let's skip the details, none more possible the ending.
Plainly visible across the intervening water on account of their enormous size were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men, though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto.
God damn it, somebody's mowing.
Or paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well. Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail, for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint, grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer. They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall. Curiously enough, They seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
Oh.
I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size, but in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe. Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born. Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist, I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Then, suddenly, I saw it. With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters. Vast, Polyphemus-like and loathsome, it darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, the while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds. I think I went mad then.
Yeah.
Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little. I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
Oh, okay, yep, we lost our fucking mind. I mean, yeah, that happens when you look at an older god.
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods. When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital. Brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean. In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention. Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
The journalist Lovecraft was a prominent figure in the world of amateur journalism. In 1915, he started publishing his own journal called The Conservative, which would include political and social commentary, poetry, and other short stories and literary criticism written by him and other authors. Howard was a skilled wordsmith, but he also took criticisms to heart, which results in him deciding to step away from writing poetry and the concentration on weird fiction again. For the first time since he was a teenager, Dagon was published in 1919, one of the short stories written during that period. Example insert from The Conservative is the master of horror fiction explains his attitude towards warfare and the idea of world peace. Why do you say a human being can believe in the possibility of universal peace is more than the Conservative can fathom? Should the entire civilized world agree simultaneously to disarm, one or more nations would undoubtedly retain secret armaments that at the proper time would take advantage of the more altruistic and less astute contemporaries in the wild career of conquest against unarmed victims. No country is or can ever be above warfare until the basic impulses of humanity, of the human animal, shall miraculously change. That is surprisingly deep insight. Lovecraft was a lot of terrible things, but he got a point there. Also, his first name being fucking Howard. In defense of Dagon. In 1921, Lovecraft released a series of 3 essays, The Defiance Reopens, The Defiance Remains Open, and The Final Words, later published as a collection titled The Defiance of Dagon. Or The Defense of Dagon. In which he rebukes a serious criticism directed at his works. Note some notable quotes. I paint what I dream, and I shall let the public rest amongst themselves. Mr. Monday asks if the raison d'etre of Dagon, and I will give it. Purely and simply is to reproduce a mood. Its object is the simplest in all art, betrayal. The physical horrors of war, no matter how extreme and unprecedented, are hardly have bearing on the entirely different realm of the supernatural terror. Ghosts are still ghosts, and the mind can get more thrills from the unrealities than the realities. In the essays, Lovecraft touched upon atheism, materialism, quest for truth, and the love of science. Nothing else? Fish.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
Dagon, was the main deity of the Philistines, worshipped through the Middle East and the ancient god of fertility and crops. In Hebrew, the word Dagon was common for a noun for grain. The rulers of Akkad, Mesopotamia, chose him as the patron saint of war conquest. He also appeared to judge the dead in the Abyssinian poem and the underworld prison warden of one of the Babylonian texts. He is often taken for a fish god due to the wrong interpretation of his name, as the Hebrew word dag means fish. H.P. Lovecraft's work, Dagon, is an underwater deity ruling over the deep ones, a humanoid race of fish traits that reside in the oceans. He is worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Oh. Okay, that's right.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
August Derleth and the Cthulhu Myths. August Derleth was an American writer and anthropologist. He also befriended Lovecraft and published many of his works throughout his company, Arkham House. Though he greatly contributed to the popularization of the author's work after his death, he is surrounded by numerous controversies. One of those questionable decisions is involved in introducing the good and evil doctrine, Derleth was a now devout Catholic, to the Cthulhu mythos, which contrasts H.P. Lovecraft's view of the world and his approach to cosmic horror. As a result, the author's works are often misunderstood and misinterpreted in today's culture. It is also worth noting that Lovecraft was never really interested in creating a mythology to the term Cthulhu, and the term Cthulhu mythos was coined by Derleth after the author left the mortal plane. That makes significant amounts of sense. Find half the trivia pieces hidden in the game. Okay. The Marketer. Lovecraft's attempts to find a job in 1925 were influenced by the advice he received from friends, among others, that he started freelancing for marketing magazines, where he found he would write announcements and commercials and feel free to judge his copywriting skills for yourself. From an ad from Curtis Woodwork. Curtis Woodwork embraces both the usual structured units and the cleverest contrivances of built-in or permanent furniture, such as bookcases, dressers, buffets, buffets, and cupboards. Every model is conceived and created with the purest art, ripest scholarship, and the mellowest craftsmanship of which Enerjack Emprise can command, and made the coniform rigidly to the architecture of each particular home. The cost concerning the quality is amazingly low, and a trade individual honestly, yeah, alright. I mean, hell, I could sell some furniture, alright. The Scientist. In the days of the word scientist was a widely accepted term, from the time Dagon was published, the subject was widely debated. After the author used it in a story, critics pointed out that the man of science was a more appropriate term to employ. He admitted that in the defense of Dagon, that if Dagon were to be reprinted, he would indeed use that phrase they suggested. Scientist was coined as an analog to artist, to be used when referring to those studying different branches of science. And yet, in the 19th and early 20th century, scientific researchers in the Great Britain and United States were of the opinion that man of science, resembling the term of man of letters, was the only proper choice. Among other things, it was a gender-specific, indicating that the science was the endeavor only pursued by one sex. However, the term scientist became more widely accepted after the Second World War. Man of science started fading into obscurity as an old-fashioned synonym. Huh. Interesting.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing. I tried morphine, but the drug has given only transient surcease and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave. So now I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Lovecraft and tobacco and alcohol. Lovecraft hated tobacco, even thinking he used to smoke when he was 12 in order to look and feel like an adult. In his correspondence, his friend with Reinhard Kienler, he claims that he quit as soon as he started wearing long pants. He also had a very strong opinion about alcohol, as evidenced from his letter to Zenalia Brown, dated 13th of February 1928. As for the matter of drinking, I've never tasted intoxicating liquor, and never intend to. Having a strong aesthetic of disgust at anything which blunts or coarsens the delicate natural equipoise. Jesus fucking Christ, this man speaks. The evolved human intellect or imagination. Drinking excited my personality repugnance, hence I don't drink. I let the herd do what they will. I'm rather in the favor of prohibition. The prohibition of anyone antisocial force as well. Okay. Morphine overdose.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm. A mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man-of-war. This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply. I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed, worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite. I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Oh, I hate that, thanks. That is a fantastic image of someone with thalassophobia. It's why I love Lovecraft. It's why I actually legitimately like Lovecraft so much. It actually fucking scares me. Or it doesn't scare me, it unsettles me, shall I say.
The end is near. I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it. It shall not find me. God, that hand! The window! The window!
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was short. I wasn't expecting it to be super long. Let me look at my achievements.
And scary stories have been accompanying men for centuries.
What?
They have many faces and forms. But what is their purpose? Why do we enjoy being afraid so much? During our therapy, I'll try to...
What the fuck? Dr. Emerson's Nocturnes will guide you through the colors of red. Oh! I missed quite a bit, actually. Oh. That's rather disappointing, actually. That I missed so much. That's literally the last achievement for me to get completion. Then we can move on to things. I guess we'll do that again real quick.
am writing this under penniless.
I can skip
Do
it.
not think when
I can do a heavy skipping of most of this just to get the achievements. War tanker. Yes, I missed the German flag. The Huns, Central Asian nomads, established in the domain of Europe, invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. They were known as the brutal, deadly warriors and the masters of quick raiding. They developed power composite bows, lassos, and early siege weapons during the First World War. The British used the word Hun as a synonym for Germans in order to emphasize their brutality. However, the term originated when the German Emperor Wilhelm II gave a speech to his troops on July 27th, 1900. They embarked to China. Should you encounter the enemy, he will be defeated. No quarter shall be given. Prisoners shall be taken. For those who fall underneath your hands or forfeit. And 1,000 years ago, the Huns, under their king Attila, made a name for themselves. Okay, well. And you want even till they makes them see his mighty history and legend. Their name, the German, can be affirmed. We in China, no Chinese will ever again dare cross eye with the German. The refusal to take prisoners is clearly breach of laws, customs war, or in the first Hague Convention. Or how?
so liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Alright. Make sure I look over this. Alright. I just want to get a little lore to it.
Of the
Okay, the moon's over there.
weather.
Oh, there's one. Return to short stories. Dagon was written in July 1917, which made the first published in 1990. The Vagrant, amateur magazine focusing on supernatural. The story was the first of his stories that introduced the element from the Cthulhu mythos. Dagon himself, the pagan cult worshipping Dagon, later appears in the shadow over Innsmouth, one of Lovecraft's most popular works. It is. It's very good. 1970 was also the year when he wrote The Tomb, a story about Jervis Dudley, a daydreamer who discovers a mysterious mausoleum in the woods. His house becomes obsessed with it. Two works were marked to Lovecraft's return short stories after he burnt most of them in an attempt to deny Nigeria.
The change, it's from
Okay, nothing here.
when at last, for there, the region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other. Perhaps there was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black.
Yes, yes. Really what I'm here for. I'm here for to see if there are any things of lore that I'm missing in this section. I'm gonna be cheaty about this. Ouch. Smacked my head against my fucking thing. Oh, there's one. Origin Dagon. Dagon seems to be inspired by Fishhead, a short novel written by Irvin's Cobb about the unnatural entities affiliated with Hyper Strange. Okay.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could, through some, so nor.
Okay. So I saw that one. I've seen that one.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat. As that night, on the
We are clearly just getting achievements right now. I don't. Terrible abominations.
that
Horrors of the ocean. Cthulhu mythos. Arwar save Ryleth. Was conceived that life could not exist at the bottom of the ocean because water pressure would make it uninhabitable. Well.
I would, without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy.
Look, I love the cinematography. I think the story is fantastic, but also we've already been through
I
it,
have
so I just want
said-
to get through it fast.
Whose black wreath, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos.
We
of
also have 3
eternal
DLCs to get through, so I want to get through this.
ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy. Urged on by an impulse. For this, I
Okay, we got a lot of skipping to do. Again, as much as I do like this. A Stygian horror.
the right. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to them. But whose? It was the pictorial card.
Yes, we had that.
Plainly visible across the intervening water on account of their enormous size, though the creatures were shown disporting like
Vast
fish,
leaves of Dore.
grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
What?
I remarked, but in some tribe whose
Oh, there it is. The Piltdown Man. Lovecraft would love often these scientific discoveries. Fortunately, his method was not without its flaws. After Lovecraft's death, the Piltdown Man discovered mentioned Dagon turned out to be a Paleolithic fraud. Oh, God. In 1912, Charles Dawson, the amateur archaeologist, announced he had discovered a missing link between ape and man. Fossilized remains previously known as the early human. Early years later, turned out to be a forgery. The point is, fraud already managed to negatively affect early research. Thank you for the spine crack, sweetie. Also, what are you talking about, sweetie? Let's see. An early year, discovery took place. In 1953, Time magazine published evidence proving that the Dawson was a con man. Turned out that the fossil previously unknown human consequence of the human skull was a jaw of an orangutan and a chimpanzee teeth. Okay. That's one way of fucking doing it. Oh, the rap tap tap.
at this.
So what that did, which I don't know if you guys, if you guys didn't hear that, that might be concerning. What it does is it plays an audio bite. It's a sound alert. It just plays a rap tap tap from Warframe. You haven't been to that bit yet though in the game.
Gigantic scaly arms, the while it bowed its hideous
Yeah,
head
it's just a
and
jump
gave
scare.
vent to certain measured sounds.
Yes, time for me to go. I need to
I
get to the
think
hospital.
I went mad. Of my.
Yeah, it just plays a jump scare. That's it. It just plays a jump scare.
I believe. I have.
Mad. We do love Matt.
In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given of no.
Lovecraft considered himself an atheist and absolute materialist, which he attributed partly to his great childhood interest in astronomy and general science. In other words, indeed, I am indeed an absolute materialist as far as actual belief goes, not a shred of credence in any form of supernaturalism, religion, or spiritualism, transcendentalism, metempsychosis, or immortality. All I say is that I think that it's a damned unlikely that anything like a central cosmic will, spirit world, or internal survival of personality exists. They are the most preposterous and unjustified of all guesses of which can be made about the universe, and I am close enough to hair splitter to pretend that I don't regard them as errant and negligible moonshine. In theory, I am agnostic, but depending on the appearance of radical evidence, I must be classed practically and provisionally as an atheist. Huh. Alright. One way to do it, I suppose. Already got the other two in this room. Already got that one and that one. Am I purely achievement hunting now? Yes. Sweetie, no.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnic and amused.
Oh my lord. Thank you for the bed, sweetie.
But
Omicron. Marketer. Okay, I think their symbols changed depending on if I've already used it or not. Okay, sure. I've gotten that one. And back to the office. Bingo. The Elder Sign. And that's all trivia found, baby. Alright. In another house where people were stirring, he asked questions about the gods and whether they danced often upon Lyron. But the farmer and his wife could only make the Elder Sign and tell him the way to Nir and Ulthar. The dream quest of the unknown Kadith. H.P. Lovecraft. The Elder Sign is a protective symbol that can be found in various works of pop culture, usually represented by a 5-pointed star with an eye flame symbol in its center. For example, in the games inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's writing, is supposed to be a ward to all kinds of cosmic horror. However, this is the later version of the sign created by an author's friend, the writer August Derleth. In our game, we've used the original symbol, designed by Lovecraft, as a form of 6-pointed branch, which he sometimes included in letters to his friends. Oh! That's like the original symbol. I like that.
often
Oh, so
I
this
ask myself
is-
if it could not all have been a pure phantasm.
Alright, well, on to the DLCs after I kill myself. Wait, Twitch, no, not...
I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling. Worship of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Yeah, I'm not very, very big fan of that. I'm already not a fan of
The end,
weird shit. It's not my favorite.
it shall not find me.
Fish.
God, that hand! The window!
Yeet. Splat. Damn, that's crazy anyway. Alright, well, let's go check out the DLC. Because I bought the $7 DLC, so let's go check out what all three of them are. Gross. Glass Bottle and Railway of Horror also have lore. I guess we'll need to keep an eye out. There's also the Eldritch... What's the Eldritch box? Oh! For those of you who don't know, it just pulled up a fucking... it just pulled up a fucking tab for me. I just clicked that. It pulled up a file, and it's literally just audiobooks and the music for the game, and some wallpapers. Is this a scary game? So this isn't really a scary game for the most part, at least not to me. It is basically a historical recollection of H.P. Lovecraft's works, as well as history over him. It has scary, air quote, visuals, but it's more of a walking sim audiobook, which I've had it for a couple of years, so I decided why not play it this month, because I'm a Lovecraft guy. I like Lovecraft. So I guess let's start off with the Little Glass Bottle DLC. Little Glass Bottle is a short 10 to 15 minute adaptation of the story by Howard Phillips Lovecraft, written when he was about 7 years old. Original words and spelling have been kept. Profits for all DLC and donation are donated to humanitarian aid organizations. Okay.
Heave to! There's something floating to the leeward. The speaker was a short, stockily built man whose name was William Jones. He was the captain of a small catboat in which he and a party of men were sailing at the time the story opens.
Let's see. Yes, just like before, interactive. That's the fast forward. Bingo. Howard Phillips Lovecraft was born August 20th, 1819 at 9 a.m. Providence, Rhode Island. They are very exact with that timing. The exact date of when Little Glass Ball was written was unknown. Young Howard was probably penned it in 1896 or 1897. It was first published more than 20 years after his death as a part of the anthology of The Shuttered Room and Other Pieces in 1959. Lovecraft himself regarded Little Glass Ball as a youthful attempt at a humorous story. H.P. Lovecraft to Reinhard Keeler in the 16th of November 1916. Scans of the handwritten original may be viewed in Digital Repository, Brown University, Providence. It's also got very different.
Aye, aye, sir, answered John Towers, and the boat was brought to a standstill.
Okay.
Captain Jones reached out his hand for the object, which he now discerned to be a glass bottle.
Big words for a small child.
Nothing but a rum flask that the men on the passing boat threw over, he said. But from an impulse of curiosity, he reached out for it.
Anything else on this guy? Yeah.
It was a rum flask, and he was about to throw it away when he noticed a piece of paper in it. He pulled it out, and on it read the following.
Okay.
January 1st, 1864. I am John Jones, who writes this letter. My ship is fast sinking with the treasure on board.
Oh.
I am where it is marked on the enclosed chart. Captain Jones turned the sheet over, and the other side was a
Indian
chart.
Ocean, Austria. Odd line represent course.
On the edge were written these words. Dotted lines represent course we took. Towers, said Captain Jones excitedly. Read this. Towers did as he was directed. I think it would pay to go, said Captain Jones. Do you? Just as you say, replied Towers. We'll charter a schooner this very day, said the excited captain. All right, said Towers.
I do like the kid who's doing the acting here. It's quite good. Let's continue. Barrel. There's an interesting legend about one of the offshoots of Lovecraft's lineage, the Musgraves. They originally positioned the 14th century chalice, most likely from Syria, Egypt, called the Luck of Edenhall. Legend has it that the goblet belonged to some fairies who drank happily from it, and the St. Humbert's Cuthberts, well, I don't speak fucking British. When curiosity suddenly struck the people appearing there, the fairies escaped, abandoning the goblet. One of them shouted, and warning, if this should cup there would break or fall, for where the luck of Eden fall. Okay, Cuthberts. Fortunately, the chalice would survive, and you can still admire it in the V&A Museum in London. This is a legend has reappeared in pop culture over the years, ranging from old German ballad to the name of punk rock band to manga. No.
So they hired a boat.
All right. Okay, so that's to go forward. Let me look around first, because I don't know if there's anything. Fucking do it. Childhood games. One of Lovecraft's favorite childhood games was creating complex scenes of using building blocks, models, and soldiers on clods of dirt. He played out various historical scenarios. These events were sometimes short-lived. They represented a war, a plague, or simply a thrill spectacle of travel, commerce, or some event that had led to nowhere. But sometimes they scanned long eons, reflecting changes in the appearance of the landscape and buildings. H.P. Lovecraft to J. Varon Shea. November 8th, 1933. Especially interesting considering his later career, there was a kind of intoxication to being a lord of invisible world, albeit a miniature one, and determining the flow of its events. It was not that his only childhood pastime. He enjoyed riding a bike and receiving for his 10th birthday. And so many years later, he described himself at this period as a venerable bicycle centaur. That is a fucking statement.
And started off governed by the dotted lines of the chart.
Anything else I can yoink while I'm like trying to find a lord. Does not seem it. There's no real achievements behind this one, so I'm just gonna I can look. Fascination with science. H.P. Lovecraft learned to read at the age of 4. Jesus. He quickly became interested in the sciences, especially chemistry. At 9 years old, he even started publishing his own amateur magazines, the Scientific Gazette, and sometimes later the series, The Chemistry. In 1900, technically 1900, but whatever you want to say. The future master of horror would develop an interest in Antarctica and began writing treatises on expeditions to the continent. This undoubtedly influenced one of his most famous works, The Mountains of Madness, written 30 years later. As 12-year-old, Lovecraft discovered astronomy, which he considered one of his most moving experiences, realizing that the immense world of the cosmos had a huge impact on his worldview and work, laying the foundations for cosmic horror as a genre.
In 4 weeks, they reached the place where directed.
So a month. That is that. Is there any elder signs? There's an elder sign. I am missing it.
And the divers went down.
Let me look around. Oh. Literature. Lovecraft developed an interest in literature at a very young age. One of the first books he ever read was Grimm's Fairy Tales. Yeah, that would do it. 1 year later, at the age of 5, he discovered the 1001 Nights collection. As a 6-year-old, he came across the darkly atmospheric illustrations of Gustave Doré, which made a huge impression on him. At the same age, he became fascinated with the Hellenistic myths and began writing his adventure. My attempts to write in verse, the first of which I made at the age of 6, were in the form of raw, internally rhyming ballads. I sang about deeds of gods and heroes, like letters. However, 2 years later, his literary taste underwent a key shift. That's it when I discovered Edgar Allan Poe. It was my downfall at the age of 8, and I saw a blue firmament of Argos and Sicily plunged into darkness of the miasmic fumes of the tomb. I too also have read Poe. That's pretty much what happens, yeah. Well, Poe does some things to be personal. Ow, why did it have to be underwater? I mean, I know it's a diving suit, but also, even being in a walking sim gives me the fucking heebie-jeebies. Ah, fuck me, I hate this place. Whipple Van Buren Phillips, Lovecraft's grandfather, was a very important figure in life and a writer himself. My beloved grandfather became the center of my universe. Selected letters. Van Buren Phillips introduced his grandson to various works of art he brought him from his travels, exchanging letters of him and helped him develop his passions. Largely replaced Lovecraft's dead father. Interestingly, he also cured him of his fear of the dark, encouraging him to walk through a series of dark rooms. Young Howard's grandfather was probably the only family member to tell Lovecraft to improve his mysterious tales, which not only influenced his later works. Also, fuck that! Creepy off fuck ass eyes. Is there anything else? No. Try to get fucking jump scared or some bullshit. I'm about to be fucking angry. I'm about to be very unpleasant here in a minute. No, we're good.
And came up with an iron bottle. They found in it the following lines scribbled on a piece of brown paper.
We're about to get fucking pranked, ain't we?
December 3rd, 1880. Dear Searcher, excuse me for the practical joke I have played on you. But it serves you right to find nothing for your foolish act. Well, it does, said Captain Jones. Go on. However, I will defray your expenses to and from the place you found your bottle.
Oh, fuck.
I think it will be $250, so that amount you will find in an iron box. I know where you found the bottle because I put this bottle here and the iron box. And then found a good place to put the second bottle, hoping the enclosed money will defray your expenses some I close. Anonymous.
Motherfucker. There are a few puzzling elements to the little glass ball. For example, the number 250,000 was not a typo, and the amount clearly indicates text 3 times. It's not entirely clear why Lovecraft decided to write out the number this way, and what he meant by it. While the publishers and translators interpreted it in various ways, it most likely meant $250. The map used in the game replicates the original version of Drawn by Lovecraft in story. Did you notice that the land marked by certain sign was Australia? A simple typo. Or maybe young Howard already was creating his own lands in unknown lands of his imagination. It's also puzzled that the dates of the letter are almost 17 years apart. That's true. Australia.
I'd like to kick his head off, said Captain Jones. Here, diver, go and get the $250.
Okay. There was probably something down there.
In a minute, the diver came up bearing an iron box.
Any Eldershine shenanigans? No. Good already, isn't it? Nope, that's coin.
Inside it was found $250. It defrayed their expenses, but I hardly think that they will ever go to a mysterious place as directed by a mysterious bottle.
Oh. Yeah, that was it. Okay. That was kind of neat. I actually haven't heard that story before, but that is a little humorous. Just literally, hey, go here. Fucking idiot. I missed one. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew I'd miss one. We all know what I've got to do now. We all know what I'm gonna do, and I've got to get to the end. Thankfully, this one's a lot shorter than the other one. Because I'm an idiot, and I didn't look around when I saw the fucking box, because it's probably the iron box. We're just gonna do this fast. Mostly because I despise diving. This part sucks and I hate it. This part actually sucks really bad and I fucking hate it. I'm expecting some creature to fucking jump up at me, but ugh.
And just
Basically just LMAO, get fucked, loser.
I like.
Gotta be around here when I dive here. Bingo, fucking knew it. Abdul Abzahir. Influenced by 1001 Nights, Lovecraft started to use the pseudonym Abdul Abzahir and persuaded his mother to take him to all the Oriental curio shops and fit him up with an Arabian corner in his room. It's not entirely certain whether the pseudonym was created for a young writer or invented himself after a family lawyer or a baker. The name Abdul Abzahir was certainly very well known to the lover of the Cthulhu mythos, and the nickname of the Mad Arab, Abdul, was the author of the Necronomicon, an infamous forbidden book of secrets and knowledge. As mentioned, Lovecraft's various works. Later, Howard became very fascinated with ancient Rome, of which resulted in him adopting another nickname at the age of 7, El Velsurius Melissus, or Messala, which he used during the Kingdoms.
In a minute.
I mean, to be fair, this was like the 19th century, early 20th century, so yeah, that'd do it. Okay, well, that was the last bit of lore for that. Now on to the last DLC. Because the other two were pretty fucking... The other one's just clearly lore book. Alright. DLC. The Railway of Horror DLC. It's not an official... Oh! This is not an official Lovecraft story, though it may sound familiar to some of you. It's an excerpt from one of the writer's letters to his friend, Donald Wandry, from November 24th, 1927, in which he describes one of his dreams, or rather a nightmare.
My dreams occasionally approached the fantastical in character, though falling somewhat short of coherence. One scene is especially stamped upon my recollection. That of a dank, fetid, reed-choked marsh under a gray autumn sky.
There you go. Letters and dreams and letters. Letters to his friends, and letter to his friend, Donald Wandry. Lovecraft described two of his dreams. After the writer's death, they were sold to the publisher of Science, Snaps, and Bizarre magazine, published in forms of short stories. The first one was lettered Very Old Folk, which tells the story of one of the provinces of the Roman Republic, mysterious mountain inhabitants that performed rituals. The second was The Thing in the Moonlight, and was published on January 1941. Can I speak? The publisher added a fabricated beginning and end to it, in which Lovecraft, unable to free himself from the nightmare, mentally constructs a stranger. Other publishers later reprinted the story, unaware that some of the text was not authentic. It is in this dream that we are presented here in original form without any additions.
With a rugged cliff of lichen-crusted stone rising to the north.
Okay. Well, Donald Wandry, a recipient letter containing the story of which we are here, has a significant impact on the career of the writer from Providence. One of Lovecraft's most famous stories, The Call of Cthulhu, was initially directed by a publisher of Weird Tales magazine. Wandry visited his office and made a small provocation during the conversation section that Lovecraft was looking for other magazines to expand his audience. After the visit, the nervous publisher decided to accept the story and went on to publish it in 1920. Just like Lovecraft, Wandry was interested in poetry, among others. He created the Sonnets of the Midnight Hours, a series of which the creator of Dagon would write into famous sonnets, Fungi from Yuggoth. But his greatest merit was co-founding the Arkham House publishing house with August Derleth, which published Lovecraft's work after the rise of Dice, contributing greatly to its current popularity.
Impelled by some obscure quest, I ascended a rift or cleft in this beetling precipice.
There's that. Let me look around for a little bit of lore tidbits. There are any. Nope.
noting as I did so the black mouths of many fearsome burrows extending from both walls into the depths of the stony plateau.
The author's voice. The protagonist of whose fate you follow is Lovecraft himself, after all, is an account from his dream. That's why we want to reproduce his way of speaking and accent as faithfully as possible. Unfortunately, no recordings of his voice have survived. That is why we had to rely on descriptions from numerous letters. Friends remember his voice is high-pitched, thin, and flat. However, it changed while reading or reciting. As the reader's wife, Sonia Green, recalls, his voice became stronger, clearly, and more deeply resonant. Lovecraft spoke with a New England accent, which, as the writer himself mentions, was characterized by the following. We don't sound any final R words, like par, far, phonetically are common pronounced indistinguishable. As youth, Lovecraft tested his singing skills and recorded some of his rehearsals. My mother actually liked these results. My mothers are not always unbiased critics, but when I saw that in the accident in the removed incriminating evidence, later I tried something less ambitious. This was a better success, but reminded me in so much ways of a dying fox terrier that I've carelessly happened to drop it, the record, as soon as it was made. I have since confined my artistic talents to literature. In other words, he was not happy with his singing. Interesting. I've learned something about Lovecraft I didn't know, besides all the terrible shit people talk about.
At several points, the passage was roofed over by the choking of the upper parts of the narrow fissure. These places being exceedingly dark and forbidding the perception of such burrows as may have existed there. In one such dark space, I felt conscious of a singular accession of fright, as if some subtle and bodiless emanation from the abyss were engulfing my spirit. But the blackness was too great for me to perceive the source of my alarm.
All right.
At length, I emerged upon a tableland of moss-grown rock and scanty soil, lit up by a faint moonlight which had replaced the expiring orb of day. Casting my eyes about, I beheld no living object, but was sensible of a very peculiar stirring far below me amongst the whispering rushes of the pestilential swamp I had lately quitted.
A lot of big words. What the fuck did any of that mean? Let's see if I can see any other signs around here. No. Not seeing any elder signs. Rock. There is an elder sign. Dreamlands. Dreams have often been an inspiration for Lovecraft. Dagon is a good example. Moreover, the writers often set his actions in the stories of the Dreamland, a separate world filled with uniqueness, creatures, and legends. His informal dream cycle includes the stories written between 1918 and 1932, such as The Cats of Ulthar, The Doom That Came to Sarathan, Polaris, and The Silver Key. They show a slightly different side of the author of Call Cthulhu and the inspirations of the work of Lord Dunsany. Or Dunsany, I'm not really fully sure. Protagonist associated with the Dreamlands is Randolph Carter, also known from, among other things, one of Lovecraft's longest stories of the dream quest of the unknown Kadath, which tells the story of Carter's journey through the amazing lands in search of a wonderful city that appeared to him in his dreams. Interesting. Really no elder mark on the freaky rock? Color me amazed.
After walking for some distance, I encountered the rusty tracks of a street railway and the worm-eaten poles which still held the limp and sagging trolley wire.
Elder sign search first. No elder sign. Alright, continuing. Nope. Borrowed concepts. Lovecraft believed that authors could make their own stories more credible by exchanging ideas and drawing from each other's work. The best example is his famous invented book, The Necronomicon, which also appeared in works of his friends, such as Robert Bloch, the creator of Psycho, and Robert E. Howard, the creator of Conan the Barbarian. I know that one. I really like Conan the Barbarian. It's really cool. Its presence in the works of various others writers have led to the mythologicalization of the Necronomicon and the appearance of references in the books and countless novels, films, and other works of pop culture. Lovecraft himself also used elements from other people's works, such as the books of the Nameless Cultures by Robert E. Howard, which I'm not seeing that, and De Vermis Mysterious, The Mysterious Worms by Robert Bloch. Hasser, a creature borrowed from Robert W. Chambers, the author of The King in Yellow, was inspired by Ambrose Bierce. He also used the land of Carcosa, which later appeared in the TV series True Detective, which, by the way, King in Yellow is a very good book. Very fucking weird, though. Taskothoa, the creature invented by Clark A. Smith. Lovecraft slightly changed its appearance and included his stories. Of all tradition, including the objects from his 3 other games by our friends. I wonder if you recognize them. I don't know, actually. Well, the mask is definitely one, I imagine. Maybe that little monolith thing was another one. I'm not fully sure.
Following this line, I soon came upon a yellow vestibuled car numbered 1852 of a plain, double-trucked type, common from 1900 to 1910.
Not a car, a car. No elder sign.
It was untenanted, but evidently ready to start.
Railways always fascinate people. The mighty power machines, freedom to travel vast distances, and the almost romanticized unrestricted movement exploration. Thousands of strangers passing each other every day, but also the desolation of train stations. Dreamlike journeys through most of the night, fatal incidents, and dangerous strangers. No wonder that the topic attracted horror and fantasy writer Charles Dickens, the Signal Man, throughout Robert Bloch's award-winning That Hellbound Train, to Clive Barker's The Midnight Meat Train. Okay, that one sounds interesting. It's also impossible to mention the most important Polish weird fiction writer, Stefan Grabski, whose most famous collection of stories, The Motion Demon, is dedicated to the railway. You'll be able to get acquainted with his work through our next game. By the way, the steam locomotion was the first to use transportation passengers in 1825. I wonder if that has to do with the number Lovecraft dreamed of. Also, if I say numbers wrong, it's because I've
being on the wire and the air brake pump now and then throbbing beneath the floor. I boarded it and looked vainly about for the light switch.
Well, there's the light switch. I don't want to click that just yet, though. Let's see if there's any older signs anywhere. Okay, fine.
Noting as I did so the absence of controller handle, which implied the brief absence of the motorman. Then I sat down in one of the cross seats toward the middle, awaiting the arrival of the crew and starting of the vehicle.
Okay. The visit. In 1927, Donald Waldry hitchhiked from Minnesota to Rhode Island to visit Lovecraft, sometimes having to spend the night outdoors during the trip. Over the course of more than 2 weeks, Lovecraft showed the guest around of the most interesting places of his hometown of Providence and the surrounding area. They also went, among other things, to Boston, where the writer wanted to show his friend the house, which partly inspired the story Pickman's Model. Unfortunately, it turned out that it had been demolished. Oh, that's unfortunate. Pickman's Model is a very good book story. However, the truly chilling literal event that occurred later was when another of Lovecraft's friends, James F. Morton, arrived, and 3 of them went to a store where, on word, they took part in many ice cream eating contests, and which of them tried as many as 28 types. Lovecraft himself admitted he ate about 2.5 liters of the delicacy. Ooh. A statement describing their feat was framed and hung on the wall of the store. Jesus, that's a lot of ice cream. Good God. I say, yeah, that is a true horror. Fucking ice cream.
Presently, I heard a swishing in the sparse grass toward the left and saw the dark forms of two men looming up in the moonlight. They had the regulation caps of a railway company, and I could not doubt but that they were the conductor and motorman. Then one of them sniffed with singular sharpness and raised his face to howl at the moon.
Okay.
The other dropped on all fours to run toward the car. I leapt up and at once raced madly out of that car.
I wouldn't blame him either. That shit's fucking creepy as fuck.
And away across endless leagues of plateau till exhaustion waked.
Nothing? Okay.
Doing this not because the conductor had dropped on all fours, but because the face of the motorman was a mere white cone, tapering to one blood-red tentacle.
Ooh. That is rather... Oh, there's an elder sign. Inspirations. The man with the tentacle covering his face in a strong, disturbing motif. You may recognize it from how Nyarlathotep, a mysterious, powerful creature, emerged from Lovecraft stories made a role-playing game called Cthulhu. That is very true. A creature with bloody tentacle howling at the moon became the most frequently depicted form of Nyarlathotep, although it is not how Lovecraft describes it. The presented story also became an inspiration for the erotic macabre novel Trolley Known 1852 by Edward Lee. Its hero is Lovecraft himself and accepts a commission to write a specific type of story combining horror and sensual themes, which features a titular trolley and terrifying motor. That was one. I don't want to know. You know, I don't want to know the answer to that. Did I get all the lore? If I didn't, I'm gonna be sad. But you know what? It's okay. Oh yeah, I got lore. That is this entire game complete. Okay, that was cute. That was cute. Exit. Let me check to see what I did not mean to boot up Minecraft. That was my bad. Let me see what other games these guys have done. Because I didn't know they did other games. Bit Golem. Bit Golem Publishing. So they have done Dagon, Merciful Flames, The Witches, a VR supported, which is coming out soon. It's not out yet. Nocturnes, which is a VR supported game. Dive into the world of the best classic queer fiction cosmic horror writers out there. Try our original approach to bringing literature interactive, as Dr. Emerson guides you. And Lovecraftian. I'm sorry. Pause. I need to pause for a second. Lovecraftian roguelike pool shooting game. I'm sorry, you're telling me I can be at the fucking billiards table with a gun? What the fuck is this game and what? It's in early access, it's not out yet. Comes out next year, okay. I'm putting it on my wish list. That's getting noted. That actually sounds really fucking fun. As for Nocturnes, it's also not out yet. I will put that also on my watch list. I'd like to try it out. Yeah, a lot of these games are not coming out until 2026. Which I think is fine. I'm also going to uninstall Dagon because I have fully completed the game. So there's no reason for me to have it here. That was interesting. I am being mentioned. Why am I being mentioned? Let's see. What other games do I have that I can pop on real quick? I don't know if I have any short ones that we can play. If I had a friend who owned these games, we could play We Were Here and We Were Here Forever. We Were Here Together, all that stuff, but I don't think... No one I know currently is online has them. The only person I know would be Aggro, but as far as I'm aware, they're currently knocked the fuck out because it's their Betty Pie time. Let me really quickly check to see what other games I have. I already played Voodoo Detective. If you didn't see that stream, that was last stream. The VOD should still be up on Twitch, and I will be uploading it to YouTube soon. We did try to play Alice for the first like hour, I think, and that didn't go well. But Voodoo Detective, hella good game. Fucking liked it a lot. It was fucking solid. Vampire, I do need to finish playing Vampire, which is the same studio that also made Banishers of New Eden. Oh man, I need to play that game again. Unboxing Cryptic Killer. No, that's a shared game. I don't know what that is. Oh, I forgot I had Tooth and Tail. I need to play that game. I have a lot of games I need to play. I'm trying to get like through as many as I can. I have Tell Me Why. I don't plan on playing it. I don't have interest in it. I do have System Shock, the old one. I have both System Shock games, which I do want to play. I could do my third roleplay of Stray God the Musical, which ain't gonna happen. Which, by the way, I did play it off stream one time, that one for a while. Skeleton Hell? Oh, yeah, this game. Factory, RuneScape. Anything? Oh, right, I've got the OG Resident Evil, which is due to aggro. I'll add that to my need to play. Quantum Break. I need to fucking play Quantum Break. That game's good as hell. Pop-up Dungeon. Not sure what that is. I have Phasmophobia? I have Phasmophobia? Oh, it's because Aggro owns it. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Aggro and I have a Steam family account that we share together, so I get their games, they get mine. It's because they want to play Monster Hunter and I want to play a few games they had, so we just did that. I probably need to add Daxon on here at some point, but I apparently do own Phasmophobia. I had no fucking clue. I guess I could play that at some point, even though I have no interest in doing so for the most part. Because I don't care enough. What the fuck is Out of Reach Treasure Royale? Is this Sea of Thieves? But like, okay, you know what? You're going on my ignored list. Just, yeah, you're getting on the go away list. I do need to play Okami. I do have Okami. I have No More Room in Hell, which I may want to take a crack at. I'm not a zombie game guy. I do want to play Nightmare Card. Nightmare Card's very fun. Never Out. No idea what that is. What is Never Out? Oh, it's that parkour game. I do have Neva, which I do need to play as well. I know Leo recommended it to me, so I'm going to add it to my need to play box. Same with Grease. My dream setup. Die. Do I have anything I want to play currently? I also have Midnight Ghost Town, which I do want to play. It's a very fun game. If you haven't tried it before, Metro Exodus. I did get Mad Max. I do want to play Mad Max at some point. I have a lot of games I need to play and finish. Thank you for the water consume. Oh shit, OG Killing Floor and Killing Floor 2. Actually, those might go pretty hard. Oh, one of my friends actually bought Killing Floor recently. Oh shit, I might have to talk with Mac. And playing Killing Floor 1 and 2. Katamari Damacy. I'm not playing The Isle. In Sound Mind, one of the best games ever existing. Oh, it's so good. Ah, it's so good. In Sound Mind is 4 years old. Oh! I will be playing the new game when it comes out. I love In Sound Mind so much. And they're also coming out with a mini title on the 22nd. So expect me to be playing that on the 22nd, which is a Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be playing that on Wednesday. I don't care if I have work or not. After work, I'll play it. I could play the Dead by Daylight dating sim, which I'm going to fucking hate myself for. But you know what? Fuck it. I'll put that in need to... I will download this game after stream so I can stream it. Because for some reason, it's a dating sim time, I fucking guess. Yeah, I hate it. I'm probably just going to fuck around and be funny with it. I might bring some people in to do it with me. We'll see how it goes. What other games do I want to play? Wordlets. What the fuck is Wordlets? Oh, it's a cute little game. That looks cute. Grim Hook. That's a game I've been wanting to play. I'll put that in the need to play section. I have a lot in my need to play section. I have too much in my need to play section, honestly. I might just sit down and like play these games in order. Next year, I might just like try and speedrun games. Not like speedrun, but speedrun. I've got Firewatch? I didn't know I owned... Oh, another one of Aggro's games. My correction. I do own Figment. I'll try that out at some point. I would love to do a Far Sky stream. I fucking love Far Sky. Problem is, you can't even really play it much anymore, which makes me so depressed. I do have Fallen Aces. I do want to play Fallen Aces, actually. I might put that in my needed playlist. Haha, Final Fantasy can fuck right off. Thankfully, that's not in my Steam library. Edna Dream Barbecue. I'll need to put in my needed playlist. I do have Skyrim, which I don't plan on playing. Whereas going through all my games that I just need to fucking play or haven't played yet. I have all the Divinity games, so I'll need to play those. Degrees of Separation. That's a game I would like to play with people. Or play with someone. Because it's like, what's that one game? Waterboy and Fireboy, or Fireboy and Water Girl? Like on fucking Cool Math Games. Except it's Fire Girl and Ice Boy in this case. It's a cool game. I like it. Dear Esther Landmark Edition. I'll take a crack at Dear Esther one day. It's made by the same studio, What Remains of Edith Finch, and I really like that game a lot. Let's see, what other games? I think that might be it. Also, I want to play 8-Bit Bayonetta, which I'm not going to be doing. I'll put Coffee Talk in my need to playlist because I would like to play both those games. Put those in my series list, actually. That's what I'll do. Coffee Talk. Here we are. Add to series, remove from need to play. Alright. Honestly, after doing that look through, I will install some games for Halloween and remove others. I do want to play Guild Wars this month. The new expansion does come out soon, and I mean like stupidly fucking soon. Same with the new Warframe update, which comes out next Friday, I believe. I was saying it's next Friday. Yes, it is. It's next Friday. Which that is kind of panic-inducing. I wasn't expecting updates to be that close together. So we'll see how it goes. But without any further ado, I think that's gonna be end of stream. I think I kind of talked a fuck ton when I really shouldn't have been here towards the end, but fuck it, we ball. Shits I give. Yeah, I'm gonna see who I can raid into real quick. Make sure I have my raid message up too. Which I'll need to get that up and ready. Alright, who do I want to pop into? Who's on the who's streaming that I know? Fuck all. Wow, that's kind of impressive if I'm gonna be honest. That literally not a fucking soul I know is streaming. Shit. Okay. Oh god, I just got rid of my fucking sidebar. 1 second. And he put chat back as chat got fucking removed. Who is a cool person I can raid into that I may or may not know? Ren is just starting her stream. I might raid into her because I like Ren. Ren is cool. And you know what? I think we'll do that. I will raid into Ren Haxian, who is a fantastic streamer. She does a lot of Warframes like that. I think she's playing Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. I have no idea what the fuck that game is. So we'll fucking see. But until next time, everyone, I will see you when I see you. Peace.